I mean, I'm just extremely grateful for everything. I was given an amazing opportunity to come in this league and get better every day and learn every day. So yeah, I'm just extremely grateful.
So it's time for another update on Bronny James. And let's be honest, the only reason I keep making these videos is because people can't stop watching them. That's just how it goes. Folks are obsessed with anything related to Bronny, even when there's not much new to say. I mean, do I want to keep making videos about him? Not really, but when the views roll in, what can you do? Let's be real here. Bronny's out there as a G League player who just happens to have that famous last name. People keep acting like he's this rising NBA star, but come on, he's basically getting paid what, $2 million a year to sit on the bench, wave to the crowd, and move jerseys off the shelves? That's not exactly star player stuff. It's more like a marketing deal dressed up as a basketball contract. We're not talking about someone lighting up the league. We're talking about a guy who's struggling to find his rhythm on the court. The game he's supposed to be paid for, he's actually regressing. That's wild. And still, some fans keep insisting bro's gonna be an NBA player. Like, for real? You can't just say it into existence. Now, to be fair, and I mean this seriously, credit to Bronny as a person. He's shown major strength coming back after everything he's been through. The way he bounced back from that health scare is nothing short of inspiring. No hate on that at all, respect where it's due. But when it comes to the game itself, things just aren't looking too good right now. Let's be real for a second. If someone handed you your dream job, even if you knew it came through connections or straight up nepotism, you'd still take it, don't even lie. If 2,000 people watch this video, I bet good money a chunk of them have already gotten a job through some who-you-know situation. And what did they do? They said, whatever, I'll figure it out once I'm in. That's exactly what Bronny James did. He saw the open door and walked right through it, and honestly, who wouldn't? So yeah, no hate for Bronny getting that chance. The issue is that he keeps staying in this spot even though his game's going downhill. It's starting to look wild now. I'm sorry, but he's just not improving. Actually, scratch that, he's getting worse. Last season in the G League regular season, Bronny was putting up around 21.9 points per game. That's not bad. But this year, sure, it's only been 2 regular season games, but he's down to 15.5 points per game. And the numbers behind it don't make things look better either. His shooting percentages seem decent at first glance, but that's because he's not taking many shots. Let's talk about that tip-off tournament though. 6 games in, and Bronny was only averaging 9.5 points per game, shooting just 35% from the field and 21% from 3. Last year, he was around 36% from the field and still 21% from deep, so no real progress there either. And as a point guard, he's sitting on a nearly 1-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, 4.7 assists to 4 turnovers. That's not what you want to see. Plus, his plus-minus, minus 4.5 when he's on the floor. Sure, it's early in the season, just the preseason tip-off tournament, technically, but these numbers are painting a pretty clear picture. Something's not clicking out there. Bronny James has only played 2 actual G League games so far, just 2, and when you check out his NBA stats, things don't look any better either. His minutes might have gone up by about 1.5, but his points per game actually dropped by 0.7. That's not the direction you want to see. His three-point percentage is sliding too, and his field goal percentage still sitting at 31%. That's rough. Sure, he's averaging a little over 1 assist per game now, but let's be honest, that's not saving the stat line. Right now, he's becoming what people call a garbage time player, the kind of guy who only hits the floor when the game's already decided. That's not a good look. It's wild to think about because this was supposed to be the season where he found his rhythm, but instead, he's fading into the background. You're looking at a player who's stuck. He's not developing as a shooter, not improving his handles, not carving out a role that fits in the NBA. It's like every game the same issues show up. His confidence, his timing, even his shot selection, all over the place. And defensively, it's complicated. He's not clueless, far from it. He understands the game, reads plays decently, but the problem is physicality. The things LeBron could pull off at his peak, flying across the court, closing gaps, and switching on giants, Bronny simply can't do that at 6'1". There are certain angles, certain rotations that just don't work the same when you don't have that freakish athleticism. He's trying, but the difference between smart and dominant becomes real obvious out there. For some reason, Bronny James plays like he's LeBron himself, and that's part of the problem. He tries to make those same genius reads, the kind that work perfectly if you're 10 inches taller and built like a tank. But since he's not, those same moves just look bad on him. What might have been a smart rotation or gamble for a 6'9" athlete turns into a flat-out mistake for a 6'1" guard. It's not that he's not clueless, he just plays like he's got his dad's body out there, and it doesn't translate. He still makes some rookie-type mistakes too, which is normal for his age and experience. But here's the thing, people talk about him like he's this super genius on the court. They hype him up like he's got this savant-level basketball IQ. But when you actually watch him play, that narrative starts to fall apart. You don't even have to be a pro coach to spot it. Turn on the tape and it's clear. He'll make a good read here and there, but just as often he's out of position or making a move that doesn't fit the moment. And sure, you can nitpick any player in the league if you freeze the film long enough. Everyone's got flaws. But the key difference here is how fans label Bronny. Because he struggled offensively, people started reaching for something else to define him. Suddenly, he's a defensive beast and a high IQ player. It's like they needed a title to justify him being in the NBA. Some even compare him to Avery Bradley, trying to paint him as that gritty, smart defender type, but so far the gameplay hasn't really backed that up. No disrespect to Avery Bradley, but let's get real. During his prime run with the Celtics, that man was different. There was a stretch where he was locking people down so hard that even Ray Allen started losing minutes. That tension was one of the key reasons Ray ended up leaving Boston. Bradley earned that reputation. He was a straight-up defensive menace who backed it up night after night. Now, people love to compare Bronny James to defenders like Avery Bradley or Davion Mitchell, but come on, did anyone actually watch Davion Mitchell in college? That dude was a defensive nightmare for opponents. His on-ball pressure was elite, relentless, fast, and locked in every possession. Bronny, he's not in that category yet. At best, he's an average NBA defender. Not bad, not great, just middle of the pack. Offensively, though, that's where things fall apart. If we're being honest, his current level on offense looks closer to something you'd find in Spain's ACB league than the NBA. Now, I'm not saying he's literally a Spanish league player, but on the talent spectrum, that's about where his offensive skill set sits right now. To survive in the NBA while being that limited on offense, you need to be a generational defender, someone who completely changes the game on that end. Bronny's not there. He's solid, but not special, and that's where the problem lies. He's the type of player who looks fine in the G League, nothing wrong with that, but G League fine doesn't usually translate to long-term NBA success. Those guys are the hard-working grinders who hold down the roster for a while, then make way for the next wave of prospects chasing their shot. The G League is full of two types of players: the too good for this league vets who just don't want to go overseas because they're still chasing that NBA dream, and the young up-and-comers grinding for their first real shot. You've got guys like Drew Timme, who clearly had the talent but didn't want to leave the US, or Andre Ingram, the definition of persistence, staying ready for years, always one call away. Those are the kinds of players that make up the G League. But Bronny James, he doesn't fit either category. He's not that veteran-level guy who's too polished for the league, and he's not that raw young prospect with a high ceiling. He's somewhere in the middle, and that's exactly the problem. Fast forward about 3 years from now, and it's hard to see Bronny anywhere but floating at the end of a G League bench, not because he's trash, but because of how the system works. The league always keeps cycling through new talent, and unless you're clearly special, you get pushed out fast. And honestly, the timing might make things even messier. If LeBron really does retire next year, and it's starting to feel like he might, what happens to Bronny's career after that? Let's be honest here. Once that LeBron connection fades, the spotlight goes with it. I've got a gut feeling that Bronny's not making it to a second NBA contract. It's harsh, but real. After this first deal runs out, the team might just move on, and honestly, can you blame them? What's the point of keeping him around if there's no real growth, no real reason beyond the name? It's starting to look like the league might eventually just let him go. At the end of the day, the truth about Bronny James isn't about hate, it's about reality. The hype was massive, the expectations sky high, and the name carried more weight than any rookie should ever have to handle. But when you strip away the spotlight and the last name, you're left with the player still trying to figure out who he is on the court. Bronny's not terrible, not even close, but he's not living up to what the world expected either. Right now, he's stuck in that awkward middle ground, too famous to be just another G League player, but not developed enough to truly hold his own in the NBA. It's a tough spot, and no amount of name recognition can change that. What's wild is that this whole situation feels like a movie, the superstar's son trying to carve his own path but getting trapped under the shadow of a legend. You can tell he's got the heart and the discipline, but the numbers just aren't matching the dream right now. Unless something major changes soon, a new team, a new coach, or a complete shift in play style, this story might end before it ever really takes off. Still, no matter how it goes, you've got to respect Bronny for even stepping into this kind of pressure. Millions watch his every move, waiting to judge, compare, and critique. That's not easy for anyone, let alone someone trying to live up to LeBron James. And that's it for today's breakdown. What do you think? Is Bronny still got a chance to turn it around, or is the hype officially over? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear every opinion. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more updates and deep dives like this one. Stay tuned, the next chapter of Bronny's story is just getting started.